Hello, beautiful souls. It is day 4. And today we are talking, hopefully not too long, about SLB'S or DEPs, which are self-limiting beliefs or disempowering beliefs. Because our beliefs can create they do create our reality. And we have a set of beliefs that we're kind of like acting from, we're going through life from. But a lot of the time we don't realize, a lot of these ones are unconscious beliefs because they're something that we've believed for a long time or that we've had passed down from other people. We take on other people's beliefs and we think, as I was talking about yesterday, we kind of get sucked in, that's what I was looking for, into a kind of belief that this is how life is and that's it, there's no other way. And beliefs are simply thoughts that we have on repeat. That we either think over and over again or that we're told over and over again. Perfect example is the fact that we used to think that the earth was flat. Someone said it, everyone else repeated it. The fact that we used to believe that thunderstorms and tornadoes and things like that were God's work, that God's punishing us. Things like believing about Father Christmas, the Tooth Fairy, all those kind of things were beliefs because we were told them over and over again, or we experienced something over and over again. And so a lot of our beliefs are conscious. We know we believe a certain thing. Some of them are unconscious. We don't realize we are acting on those beliefs. And there were some that I discovered about myself that I was quite surprised about. But when I realized them, they made a lot of sense. And here's the thing. We can do all the stuff. We can do all the affirmations. We can do all the energy work. But if we have a belief that we're holding on to, then our subconscious mind is going to call bullshit on it. We can be saying one thing, but if in the back of our mind we truly believe another, there's going to be a disconnect and then we're going to create chaos. It's like, I think I mentioned yesterday, it's like saying, I want a relationship, I want a relationship. Yeah, in the back of your mind, you believe that you always get hurt, that relationships always end up badly, that all men cheat, blah, 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 blah. You are going to create chaos. Now, say some of our beliefs are passed down from our parents. Some of them are passed down from previous generations. Money beliefs, classic examples. One of the reasons, and I've talked a bit about this before, one of the reasons that the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, or that we stay in a certain social class, that's what I'm looking for, is that we pass down our money beliefs. We have an us and them. It's like, other people earn more money. I'm working class, I'm middle class, I'm this, that, and the other. And we have beliefs about this is how life is passed down to us. For example, you may have a family who none of them ever go to university, and they may start to believe that, people like us don't go to university. Classic kind of example. Beliefs around money. You may have heard things like money's the root of all evil, money doesn't grow on trees, all rich people are selfish, all rich people are whatever. And all of these kind of beliefs will affect our reality. If you are one of these people that has had passed down to you beliefs like it's better to give than receive, it's selfish to want more than you need, those kind of beliefs, you are going to create a kind of chaos if you are trying to change your life, if you're trying to improve your life, if you're trying to get somewhere in life. Because if in the back of your mind you're thinking, well, people like me don't get anywhere in life, people like me don't earn money, I'm just here to work hard, work more hours if I want more money, that's just how life is. You can do all the rest of the work, it's not going to work. It's like visualizing, pulling out weeds. You need to pull out the weeds before you plant new seeds. So we need to discover what our self-limiting beliefs are before we can start to implement empowering beliefs. Now, we have beliefs about ourselves, beliefs about our worthiness, beliefs about our abilities, beliefs about our ability to succeed, beliefs about our ability to attract relationships or to get a better job or to start a business. We also have beliefs about how life is. Now, one of the disempowering beliefs that I discovered I had was that life is a competition, and for me to win, someone else has to lose. Now, I was quite surprised that I had that belief, but it made sense. It made sense because I used to find myself feeling quite insecure and kind of almost not jealous, but I don't think the word. Whenever I saw someone who was doing what I do, I would start to feel a bit kind of twitchy. And when I discovered that I had that belief, I had that unconscious belief, which is actually comes from a scarcity mindset, it made sense. It made sense that, but if ever I saw someone being successful, I'd be a bit like, and I think that's really strange because I'm not a selfish person. And yet I'd almost like not want them to succeed. And as I realized it was because I believe that life is a competition. Meredith. She is such a naughty chicken. And I had to dig that out. I had to recognize that I had that belief. And as I say, it comes from a scarcity mindset, the belief that there's not enough for everyone. And that goes back to limitations. There is only this much, there's only this many people, there's only this much money, blah, blah, blah. So I had to pull that weed out. And I must admit, that was one of the beliefs that I struggled with a lot, because I had to get around the belief in limitations. We believe in limitations, as in this glass only holds this much water. There's only so much money to go around. So that was one of the ones that I had to work on quite a lot. And we may have other kind of beliefs like, no one will ever want me, no one will ever love me. A lot of people who have been in the same job, same career for a long time, want to make changes, but they have a belief, oh, I'm too old to change. It's too scary to change. A lot of people stay in a mediocre life due to fear, because they have come some kind of safety and they fear losing that safety. I mean, I know quite a few people actually who are professionals, teachers, but they're no longer passionate about what they do, but they are fearful of changing because there's a part of them that doesn't believe they will be able to support themselves. There's the fear of losing the security of their job for the unknown. And so many of us stay in a mediocre life instead of risking having an extraordinary life. And it is due to fear, the belief, whether it's conscious or not, that you won't be able to do something else, that you won't be able to support yourself, that it's too late to change career. And especially when we get to kind of like my age, 47, it can be scary doing something different. But that is just a self-limiting belief. And one of the ways of overcoming those self-limiting beliefs is finding evidence against it, which we'll talk a bit more about later. But for example, the I'm too old to change careers or whatever, or to start a business belief, the way you could work on overcoming that, and it's not an overnight thing, it's going to take time and practice, but the way you would work on overcoming that is to find other people, model other people who have made career changes later in life. J.K. Rowling is one of the most famous one, because she wrote her Harry Potter books when she was in her mid to late 40s, I believe. And do you know why she wrote those books? Because she was desperate. She'd recently divorced, she had to look after her kids, she had no fucking money, so she was pushed to write those books. Imagine what would have happened if she'd have stayed in her marriage, still being not unhappy, but not as happy as she could be. She would never have taken the leap to write those books. So quite often life will give us a bloody great shove in order for us to discover how fucking amazing we are. So we need to discover what our disempowering, our self-limiting beliefs are, so we can start to pull out the weeds. Because as I said, it's no good saying affirmations, I am this, I am that, if in the back of your mind you don't believe it. We need to pull out the weeds, because our beliefs affect our energy, and our beliefs work directly with the law of attraction. As I spoke about yesterday, the law of attraction is always working every second of every day. It's just most of the time it's working to attract the stuff that you don't want. So if you're trying really, really hard to do something and it's not working, you're not getting where you want to go, it's because there's a disconnect somewhere, because you may be doing all the practical work, but in the back of your mind, you don't believe you can do it. You don't believe you can achieve it. So you're going to create a kind of chaos. So you will either attract what you don't want, or you'll repel everything that you do want. Now, homework, I'm going to give you some homework to discover what your self-limiting beliefs are. Now I've got a little bit from my book, actually, from my book that I've written. And beliefs have the power to create and the power to destroy. That's a quote by Tony Robbins. So empowering beliefs, I know you'll probably realize, but empowering beliefs are beliefs which help you, guide you, give you confidence, give you hope. Disempowering beliefs are beliefs that keep you stuck, keep you fearful, hopeless. And beliefs are nothing but a sense of certainty. And we could feel certain about something because we've been told it often enough, or we may be certain because we've experienced a particular situation. So, for example, if you have been in more than one relationship where someone has cheated on you, you may now have that belief that all men are cheats. But it's quite possible that you've attracted those relationships because you already had that belief and you've drawn that evidence to you. So when we start to change our beliefs, and we have to change a belief before we can get the evidence. At first, we have to look for evidence outside of ourselves. So for that example, all men are cheats, we can look to other relationships and we'll find hundreds and thousands of guys who don't cheat. So that is a way that we can slowly pull out that weed that all men are cheats, which is not true. And disempowering beliefs can occur from a negative experience. I've just said all men and women cheat, blah, blah, blah. Or how many people are being badly treated in a relationship, then spend the rest of their lives thinking everyone's horrible, I'm going to treat them badly before they get a chance to hurt me. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down, you're going to start off asking yourself, what are your beliefs about life? If you were to say life is, and say my example was life is a competition, for me to win someone else has to lose. That's not what I believe now because I've plucked that weed out. But you may come up with life is a struggle, life is hard work, or life is a glorious adventure. So I would suggest getting down a bit of paper and writing these down and knowing that there's no rights or wrongs. In fact, just write what comes into your head straight away, because that is one of the ways you will get to your unconscious thoughts, is to just write, just not think about it, just write. Life is what? Life is hard, life is a struggle, life is a challenge, life is a dance, life is whatever. What are your beliefs about life? How do you believe life should be? Goes back to the life is about working hard, getting a job, getting married, having kids, blah 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 blah. I was watching, someone was advertising how to get more clients if you're a personal trainer, and the idea was to get more higher paying clients so that you work less hours. And someone commented, oh, I don't need this because I already work 14 hours a day. And they were proud of it, and that hit a nail on the head. The fact that that person was proud that they're working 14 hours a day. And I get it, they're proud because they're so popular, so in demand, they're working 14 hours a day. But you take out even just 6 hours minimum for sleep, an hour for food prep, food eating, whatever. That leaves them, what, 2-3 hours a day to do fun stuff? And that is the thing. So many of us have bought into this belief that we should be spending most of our life working, that we should be working hard, that we should be proud to work so many hours. I want to be proud that I only work 3-4 hours a day. That's what I want to be proud of. But that's another example of a disempowering belief, a self-limiting belief, that we need to be working all the hours God sends. So what are your beliefs about how life should be? Maybe you have beliefs that people like you don't go and get degrees, or people like you don't go and change career in your 40s or 50s. Remember, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about discovering what is, or may hold you back from creating the life that you desire. And when you really start kind of like free flow writing, you might find things that actually quite surprise you. You might find things that quite surprise you. It might be life is boring, life is a test, life is about learning, life is about love, life is about adventure. Just start writing. What are my beliefs about life? And just start putting free flow writing. So you're not actually consciously thinking, you're just literally writing. And as I say, quite often you'll find something that you're quite surprised about. I mean, some of my disempowering beliefs, as I said, for me to win, someone else has to lose. Some of them was, there's no hope for humanity. Man is evil, ignorant, arrogant, and selfish, and we will destroy the planet. I will never be rich, successful. I'm not good enough. I have a rubbish memory. I'm disorganized and undisciplined. It's too late for me to be a success. Other people are better than me. For me to succeed, I have to be better than anyone else. Now, that is another one that a lot of people have. A lot of people have. For me to succeed, I have to be better than other people. And this kind of switch it around. I'm not good enough. Why would people want to work with me? So you may have your variation of that one. I find it stressful making changes. I don't have the time, energy to do what I need. There's not enough for everyone. Now, these are ones that I came up with. I have now worked to clear all these. And you know what? I am far more organized and disciplined than I ever used to be. I've realized that I don't have to be better than anyone else in order to succeed, because although there are hundreds of coaches, hundreds of yoga teachers, hundreds of Pilates teachers, we don't all like the same thing. People are attracted to me because they like my energy. Other people are repelled by me because they don't like my energy. And that is absolutely fine. I'd rather be Marmite. I have got some friends who are both coaches, and I love them to pieces. I would not work with them as a coach because they're too slow, and I like snappy, right, here's the information, whereas they're very kind of slow, thinking about what they're saying, very quiet spoken. And I can't stand that. But a lot of people love that. A lot of people will be attracted to that. A lot of people won't like my yoga, but a lot of people love it. And this is the thing that I realized I don't need to be better than anyone else in order to succeed. It's definitely not too late for me to be a success. I can decide whether it's stressful making changes or not. I no longer have the truth. In fact, in the last 6 weeks, I have done more in terms of just doing things just for fun. I have done more in this last 5-6 weeks than I've done in the last 5 years. Because for so long, I told myself I didn't have the time or energy to do fun things. I decided I no longer wanted that to be my belief. I no longer wanted that to be my truth. And I've changed it. Even last night, I was out paddleboarding till 10 o'clock because I'd told myself it for so long. Oh, I don't have time, I haven't got the energy. It became my truth. When I decided that I no longer wanted that to be my truth, suddenly I have more energy. I feel better than I have for years, because when we tell ourselves something over and over again, it becomes our truth. So we need to start changing what we think, but we need to discover what it is that we believe on an unconscious level first, so that we can start to change it. Then you're going to write down your money beliefs. What are your beliefs about money? What do you believe about money? What do you think when I say the word money? Does it make you feel like, oh, yes, please? Or does it make you feel like, oh, God, no? Are you always complaining about money? Are you always complaining you don't have enough money? Are you one of those that money's the root of all evil, money makes people selfish, people who are rich are arrogant and rude and blah, 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 blah? Again, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about uncovering your money beliefs. One of the things my mum used to say all the time, money doesn't grow on trees, blah, 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 blah. You have to work hard for everything. You need to save money, or maybe you're a spender. What are your money beliefs? And you also ask yourself what beliefs you have acquired from your parents or from your family. What things do you say that your parents used to say? Because your money beliefs will highlight a lot about you. If you are icky about money, or if you think that, say, money is the root of all evil, those kind of things, that will prevent you from living your dream life, because money is just a form of energy. But that is a whole nother topic that I'm not going to go into now. But it will kind of like shine a light on a lot of your beliefs about whether you can succeed in life or not. How you feel about money will show why you are not living the life that you desire. Then number 3, you're going to write your empowering and your disempowering beliefs. So your empowering beliefs are things that you know to be true, or things that you believe. So for example, this is some of mine. I am a kind, caring, thoughtful person. I like helping people feel good about themselves. I am honest, sometimes too much so. I can do anything I set my mind to. I am good at what I do. And it took me many years to believe this due to lack of self-esteem and a bullshit belief that it's wrong to praise yourself. I am able to learn new things. The universe is abundant and limitless. I am learning and becoming a better version of myself every day. There is always a way to turn things around. There is a solution to every problem. There is always a positive to every situation. And I've got a few more there, but that gives you kind of like the idea. Things that you know to be true, things that you think, things that you believe about life, about yourself. Any skill can be learnt. I am worthy. My past has empowered me. I always find an answer, even if it takes me a while. I get knocked down, but I always get back up again. Now, you may not think of those as beliefs, but they are. When you think about it, really, they are beliefs, and they can shape the rest of your life. Disempowering beliefs, and I don't believe some of those, or I've already told you, for me to win, someone else has to lose. It's too late for me to be a success. Other people are better than me. So things that you think are true. So write down empowering beliefs, disempowering beliefs. Because for us to plant new, positive, empowering beliefs, we need to pull out those weeds. And remember, there's no rights or wrongs. It's not about judgment. It's not about criticizing yourself. It's not about making yourself wrong, because it's never too late to change. I have changed so much over the past 10 years, but over the past 6 months, because we are here to learn, grow, and evolve. And that is the beauty of it. So you're going to write those down, and also think to yourself, what stories have you told about yourself? Like me, for example, I can't learn new things. Bullshit. As soon as I decided I did not want that to be my reality, I can learn new things. I thought I didn't have time or energy to do enjoyable things. Bullshit. As soon as I decided I didn't want that to be my reality, I changed it. And that is how it works. But first, we need to identify thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back. So write down, what are your beliefs about life? Life is what? How is life supposed to be? Secondly, all your money beliefs, all the things you say about money, all the things you think about money, all the things you believe about money, all the things you believe about people with money. Third one, write down your empowering versus your disempowering beliefs. So one list may be longer than the other. That's perfectly okay. We're going to start to pluck out the weeds. And once you start writing, more things will probably come up. And there may be some that surprise you, and that is good. That is good. If one pops up, you're like, wow, I didn't realize I felt that way. Excellent, because that can explain a lot of things. You can suddenly go, that's why I get pissed off at blah, blah, blah. Or that's why I feel insecure at da, da, da. Or that's why I never tried blah, 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 blah. So be excited. Don't think, oh God, I didn't realize I thought that way. Be excited. I'm excited for you, because our thoughts create our beliefs, create our reality. As in the past 6 weeks, in the past 6 months since my marriage ended, I've made more friends than I have for years. I've done more things. I've been out paddleboarding. I've been to the beach. My life is so full now. And it's because I'm constantly assessing my beliefs and deciding what I want to be my reality. So do your homework, change your thoughts, change your beliefs, change your reality. And tomorrow we will look at ways of working to change them, how to change them, because you've got a lot of writing to do. Or you can do it in voice notes, doesn't matter. But yeah, get to it. Remember, this is just for you to read. And yeah, get excited. Get excited, because once we clear those blocks, you can start moving into the life that you want, not the life that you think you should have, a life of colour. And I'm so excited for you. So excited. I've got a very naughty chicken in my front row. So if you need any help with your homework, let me know. If not, I shall catch you tomorrow. Mwah!